scrunchies.
All right, so we are going to start off with the easiest way, in my opinion, the easiest way to make scrunchies. Okay,
Yes.
So we're going to start off using, remember what kind of fabric this is?
Quilted cotton.
Yep, quilting cotton. So this, in my opinion, is the easiest fabric to work with. It's actually what both of these scrunchies are made out of. And the technique that we're going to use is also pretty beginner friendly. So if you bought a kit from me, you are going to have pieces of fabric cut at, it's 4 by 18 inches. So when I teach classes or we make them at home, we make our own little pattern. This is 4 inches wide, 9 inches long. There's a fold line, and that's how we cut them. But don't need to worry about that if you have the kit because the fabric's already cut for you. So what you need today, the fabric, elastic. We use 1 1/4 inch elastic. Braylon prefers 7 inches long, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually like them to be a little bit longer when I make them for myself. I make them 7.5 inches. So again, if you have a kit from me, the elastic is going to be cut 7.5 inches. That way you have the option to make it a little bit shorter if you like, or you can leave it at 7.5 inches. Just kind of depends on how thick your hair is, I think.
Yeah.
Braylon's hair is a little bit thinner and she likes it at the 7 inches. The other thing in your kit is going to be a safety pin because we will use this towards the end. So you can set that off to the side for right now. What we need to do is grab some sewing clips and we can get started. Okay, so we have our sewing clips here so we can get started. Now, so again, I use these like Wonder clips, these sewing clips, but you could also use regular sewing pins as well. So what we need to do first, let's talk for a second about the right side of the fabric and the wrong side of the fabric. So the right side of the fabric is the pretty side. It's the side that the world is going to see. So that's going to be your outside fabric that you're going to see, right? The wrong side of the fabric does not have as vibrant of a print. It's kind of like the inside of it, okay? So what we're going to do is I want you to hold out your strip of fabric and you are going to be looking at the wrong side, okay? So when we're looking at it like this is the wrong side. And what you're going to do is flip over the top inch so that the top inch of the piece that you're looking at, you can see the right side of it, okay? So again, you're holding it so you're looking at the wrong side and you're going to flip over the top inch so you have 1 inch where you're seeing the pretty fabric, okay? And then once you do that, you're going to fold it together, right sides together. And you know I always get confused. So Braylon, we're folding it hot dog style? Hot dog style, okay. So we're folding it hot dog style and we will now clip this long side. So I'm going to have Braylon do that. So she's folding over that top and then she's going to go pretty sides together and she's going to clip that. Okay, so now we have the clips down the side and again we have that just the top, have that folded over, the bottom is just normal, right? Just a straight fabric. So what she's going to do now, we like to sew this at a 1/2 inch. So we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance just straight down. Now if you wanted the scrunchies to be fluffier than this, you could go with a smaller seam allowance. You could sew it closer to the edge and leave it more. Or you could make it skinnier and sew it with a bigger seam allowance. So like I said, the pattern though that I've designed is meant for a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So let's go sew it. The machine, and we have the seam allowance gauge right there. We have that set at 1/2 inch. I put a magnet there just so it's a little bit more obvious to see, but we also have painter's tape there as well. Now with this, we're going to move the first clips just so you can get it started. Start it right there on the edge. Braylon, go ahead and lower the presser foot down. And you're going to sew, you're going to go 3 stitches forward and then do your back stitch. 1, 2, 3. Do a back stitch. 1, 2, 3. And then go forward. So then when you get to the end, I want you to sew all the way to the end and then do your back stitch, 1, 2, 3, and then go all the way forward till you're off the fabric. Perfect. Lift up your needle and your presser foot. Awesome. Okay, so now she sewed straight down the side, and now we got to turn it right side out, right? Okay, so this is my preferred method. Now I'll let you turn it out. These are tube turners. I just bought them on Amazon, but I think you can probably get them at Joann's and Walmart and stuff like that. But you're gonna stuff it in. So do you know how to do it?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and stuff it in. We're gonna scrunch it all up so it's all on the purple tube. And you kind of notice that you can see the purple right there. We usually use our belly because it kind of keeps that purple tube staying still. And she's going to use the stick. When you use that stick, you kind of have to hang on to a piece of fabric. So you can see, go ahead and stop really quick. You can see the stick is, like the fabric is folded over the stick, and that's how she was able to push it through. Just kind of slide it through. So it might take you a little bit of practice the first couple of times that you do it. Another option is the safety pin that's included. You can stick the safety pin on and kind of, we're going to go inside out now, but we're going to scrunch it up like this. And then it just kind of folds it. So the safety pin's right there, and I'm just scrunching it onto the safety pin and then just unfolding the fabric. And again, we're going the opposite right now just to kind of show the example. But our goal is to have it right side out. But right now we're going back inside out again. Okay, so that's another option if you don't have the tube turner, is to use the safety pin and putting it on the end and folding it in. But since we do have the tube turner, should we go ahead and do it one more time? Okay, so we're gonna stuff it all up on there. And then when we do this, one thing I do like to point out is if you have the tube turner, there's a pointy end and a flatter end. Sometimes it's better for this to use the flatter end so you don't poke a hole. And what we're gonna do, here, kind of turn this side right, is we're gonna fold over that fabric over the hole, so that way, and I'll let you do it now, that way it has something to hold on to. I might have folded it over too much for her. Kind of, there you go. Kind of go to the side a little. Perfect. Okay, so enough about the tube turning thing, but there's a couple different ways to do it. Now she just has to get the stick out. Okay, alright, so now I'm going to look at this. So we have a long tube. Now remember, you had one end that was folded over, so this end has a folded edge, and this end is what we call a raw edge, where the strings are kind of frayed and you can tell it wasn't folded. So you have a raw edge and a folded edge, and that's exactly what it should look like, okay? So at this point, it's time to turn it into a scrunchie. So if you have ever sewn with me, you know that I like to iron things a lot, but scrunchies are one thing that I don't usually iron because the whole goal is going to be to scrunch them up. So don't usually worry about it too much. What we're going to do now, take the safety pin and the elastic that's included, and you're going to, I'm going to go through this twice. I have to secure this so it doesn't rip through. We're basically putting the safety pin so that it's just right through the tip of the elastic, okay? Now this part is maybe the more confusing part, so we will do our best to explain it. Yeah. We're going to take the safety pin, you're going to drop it down through the tube, and kind of just drop it until the elastic gets close to the end. I like to take a sewing clip or a pin to hang onto it to kind of keep that elastic hanging out the end. And then you're going to take the safety pin and we are just going to scrunch it. So the safety pin is right here. So here's the safety pin. I'm just taking the fabric. I want the safety pin to come out this end. So my goal is to move the safety pin to this end down here. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to take the fabric, scrunch it onto the safety pin, and then I'm holding onto the safety pin with my left hand over here. I'm going to kind of take it and tug the fabric. And I'm just gonna keep moving the safety pin towards this hole because that's where I want it to come out. And tug it back.
And you can see it's getting scrunched up right there.
Yep, that's what our goal is gonna be, huh? Good point. Okay, the safety pin came out, so I'm gonna hang on to the safety pin and kind of scoot that fabric down. We're gonna come over here, and the clip did its job, right? So the elastic is still hanging out. So at this point, we're gonna take the safety pin off and still hold on to the fabric. And take that clip off. Okay, so now I just am overlapping the two pieces of elastic, overlapping them about a half of an inch, okay? So put one on top of the other. I'm going to take a pin and I'm going to pin those together. Okay, so now it's holding that together. Now this part, our goal is going to be to basically sew it so it makes a knot right here. So we're gonna go sew with a zigzag. So on my machine it's the number 4 stitch, but you just wanna go do a zigzag stitch. And we're gonna zigzag this just right here, right where that pin is at right there, to keep those two ends sewn together. Okay, so we'll go over to the machine. All right, so now we are going to go to our zigzag stitch. So it's going to be number 4. Now at this point, if you have a magnet, go ahead and move it out of the way because it's just going to get in the way if you leave it. What we're going to do is slide, move my scrunchie. Okay, so we're going to slide this under the machine so that the short ends. Okay, and then what I like to do is start it. So if I have this button, I'm just going to push this button a couple of times just to get it going. Now that it has started, I can take this pin out. Okay, so we're going to move that pin. Now Braylon's going to finish, and when she sews, she kind of has to keep this fabric out of the way, and she's going to start and then do a back stitch and then go forward. Eventually, a lot of times it makes a knot, right? So we're sewing it and it ends up getting kind of built up. So once it's the elastic isn't moving and it seems like it's pretty secure, go ahead and take it off. Like I said, our goal to this is just to knot it without getting it too bulky. Okay. So now what she's done is just done a zigzag right there to keep it secure. Okay? Okay, so now at this point I would probably trim some strings just because we have some extras hanging off here. Alright, so now that we did this, we are actually almost done. So you're going to take, and again we're going to identify that there's a folded side and a raw side. What we're going to do is tuck the raw edge into the folded edge. So I'm just going to kind of work that into that folded edge right there so that it overlaps, looking like that. So it's going to hide the raw edge, okay? Just kind of tuck it in there so that you'll be able to sew it shut. Usually ends up being about a ½ inch. Now at this point I'm going to grab a sewing pin and I'm just going to pin it in place so that the folded edge is there. We are going to go to the sewing machine now and just sew a straight edge or straight stitch close to the folded edge. So we're just going to sew right where that pin is at. She's just going to sew a straight stitch across and then it'll be all done. So let's go to the machine. Okay, so at this point we're going to have our machine back at a straight stitch. So for me it's at 0, 1. And like I said, we're just going to sew a straight stitch close to that folded end. Now you do want to start and do a back stitch, go down and then do another back stitch at the end. Sometimes this gets a little bit bulky because it's rather thick right there on the end. So I will use a purple thing sometimes to kind of push it along. You can let me know if you have questions about that, but you do not want to stick your fingers underneath that presser foot. So whatever we need to do to avoid that, so we're going to put it down. Like I said, we're just kind of going close to the edge. You can kind of eyeball it if you want. There is a notch on this presser foot, so right now I've lined it up so the folded edge is lined up with that notch. All right, so she can go ahead and sew, do a back stitch. Perfect. Okay, so now before you're totally done, just make sure that you sewed it on both sides, because every once in a while when we sew it, we might miss the folded edge on the back side. But this one is good. She is all done, so she can cut off her strings and wear a new scrunchie. Alright guys, so that was it. Pretty easy. Like I said, this is the simplest one. I do have a couple of other videos to show how to do one where we hand sew it, and then also how to add a bow. So look forward for those. Alright, bye guys!